So I want to talk about stats because people are trying to sell their homes right now. Some have to, some don't have to, some are testing, whatever. But it's super important that if you go to sell your home, and you all know I work with a lot of real estate partners who are amazing. I try to give them as many tools as possible because you got to understand what the hell is going on. It's not just my neighbor sold for this, so I should sell. No, no, no. That's not how it works. You got to understand what's going on in your market before you start even listing or before you even call a realtor. Well, the realtor should give you some advice, but you got to make sure you understand the stats in your area. Let's talk about this a little bit. So, so we're talking Waterloo Region, and there's some very key stats by property type. So, I'm just going to give you a couple. The one that I like is months of inventory. Remember, months of inventory is if we stop listing homes today, how long will it take to sell out the board? During the pandemic, when everybody was buying everything, we were like a week. If we stopped listing houses today, we'd be sold out in a week. That is insanity. We've never seen a number like that before. So, where is it right now? And let's just talk about all homes, Waterloo Region, including, Cambridge, Baden, everything that's included there. We're at about, I'm just going to go over the graph, 2.5 months. All properties stop selling today. We're sold out in 2.5 months. That is technically still a seller's market. Technically, all properties. We know there ain't nothing technical about this market right now, okay? Because we got to look at trends as well. We were as high as about mid 2025. We were as high over 4 months of inventory. Technically balanced market. In this world, given the number of listings, that's a key thing. The number of listings, that's pretty much a buyer's market. Okay. And sorry, just to be clear, when I said 2.5 months of inventory, that is a seller's market. I apologize. Seller's market if I misspoke. But the 4 months, that's balanced. But again, based on numbers, that's much more of a buyer's market. But I think right now, everything's a buyer's market. Now, let's dig a little deeper on months of inventory because that's all properties, condos, single family, single detached, everything. Where the mess is. Are you ready? So, single family homes, 2024 to 2026. Let's look at some trends. Single family homes, you're between 1.2 and currently 1.8 months of inventory. That's still a seller's market. It's still a seller's market. As long as you're priced right, it's a seller's market. Semi-detached hasn't been over 1 month of inventory in 3 years. If you get a semi-detached, it's cheaper, so more people want to buy it. Okay, so if you have a fully detached home, you're probably in fully detached or semi-detached, you're in a good spot. Now, townhouses took a bit of a kicking back during the pandemic in the sense that they went up in price really fast because it was the cheapest thing people could find. We're now, believe it or not, on a townhouse. Okay, we're almost 3.5 months of inventory, and that's been steady for a couple of years now. That's crazy. So fully detached, semi-detached, you got a lot. You got some opportunity. Just price it right. Townhouse, a little more. Now, condos. Good God bless the condos. We are now as high as, let's just round up and say 6 months of inventory. You list a condo today, you won't sell it most likely for 6 months, right? Estimated. That's not exactly how it works, but you know what I'm talking about. 6 months of inventory. That is a lot. So that's months of inventory. That's supply. All right. Number of homes. All right. This, what do I want to know? I don't want to show you average days on market. Let's talk about that. All properties, average days about 45 days. Single family homes, again, they're going to sell a little bit quicker. Where are my average? Oh, I don't have that average days. Oh, there it is. No, average sale price. No, I don't have the average days by property type, and that is okay. But one stat I wanted to explain, the number of sales. Here we go. Ready? This is where it kind of hurts a little bit. Number of sales for all properties in the whole bloody region, okay, was 268. That's it. That's all that transacted. At the height of the insanity, we were almost 1,400, okay? Few less houses got moved. So, as time what we're noticing, we're almost getting back to the more traditional when the spring hits, lenders usually have rate specials. We've seen a few come up already. When we see that happen, we definitely see activity, increase. So spring 2025, we were back up to 682, all properties being sold. In January, 268. It here's a number for you. You ready for this? The number of condos sold in January in the Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, Waterloo region, 26. Semi-detached, 18. Yikers. Anyway, an average price, I'll just give this one to you real quick. So, single family homes are definitely still kind of the hot commodity in the Waterloo region. We're now at 862,000. It did drop a couple of percent. Average house price in Waterloo region, single family home, 862, but all homes, okay, all property types, 36 average. Obviously, we didn't have any that really dropped a huge amount. Well, the largest amount was condos, shocker, 11.3%. So, anyway, that is Waterloo region in a nutshell.